Hi guys, today we're gonna be doing Scratch and making a maze game. So first create a project. And then we delete the scratch card and then go to backdrops. And then we zoom in and click on the rectangle button. Then you can zoom out a bit. Now we want to draw across the rectangle and then change the color to green. Then we're going to draw a black line to separate the text from the actual menu. And we're going to rotate it to make sure it's a straight line. Then we draw another rectangle and then change the color to light blue. Full saturation and brightness. Then we're gonna move it until it's perfect, and then we're gonna delete the line and then write the maze as a text. Then set the color to an orange color, and then we're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna call it Start in Menu. Now we're gonna go to code. When flat clicked, switch backdrop to Start in Menu. Then we're gonna create another sprite, and this is gonna be our character. So we're gonna name it character. Then we should zoom in. And then our aim is to get a 38 by 38 pixel. Mine is a bit big right now, but I'm making to a 38. The way you do this is by reducing the aspect ratio and then changing the pixels from the X and Y to make it 38 by 38, which is basically what I'm doing right now. So we're going to increase the Y axis and then decrease it a bit. And we decrease the Y axis and the X axis. Now we're going to set it to red because that's my favorite color. Then we're going to draw a circle, which is going to be like the eye of the character. We're going to do another eye. And then we're gonna make the outline black. I forgot to select it, the eye, but now I'm gonna make it black. And then set it to 5. Set it 3, I meant. Then we'll just copy and paste it. Now we need to make the mouth of the character. So we're gonna draw out a rectangle but turn it into a mouth. So then we're gonna click the button and then make like I don't know what to call it, but like spaces in between the corners, and then we're gonna delete the corners and it makes it look round. Just like that. Then add them out, but then we're gonna reduce the size. Then we're gonna set the color of the eyes to green and also the mouth. After that, we're gonna add an outline. And then we're gonna shift it until and set the thing to 3. Then we're gonna shift it until it looks perfect. And I'm gonna name it red character. So now let's do some. So let's copy the character and start moving it there. So then we're gonna zoom out, and then we're gonna create a new sprite, and we're gonna call it play. So now we're gonna copy the character sprite and then paste it and move it next to the maze to have like a little icon. Then I'm gonna go to the character sprite and then go back to the level 1 and go back, delete it, and then for the code we're gonna go when flag is clicked. We want it to hide, and then we create the new sprite again. Now we're gonna draw a rectangle and then zoom in. So then we're gonna do the same thing like we did for the eyes. We're gonna do like vertices around the corner and then delete the corner to make it curved. When we're done with that, we're gonna delete the last vertice, the last corner, and then we're gonna reshape it and make it straight because it looks a bit wonky. That everything is straight and has neat angles. We're gonna stretch it so it looks more neater. And we're gonna rotate it to the straight again. Then after that, we're gonna write a text called play. We're gonna set the X and make it down, but we mistakenly made it up, so we're gonna make it like close to 0, but not. We're gonna make it 0, so it's 36x and 0y. So it's like there, like near the center of the screen. Now we're gonna select. So now we're gonna make it straight because it looks still wonky. Move it a bit down and do it to the other side. We're gonna set the color to red. I'm gonna write play. And we're gonna change the color to red so we can see it. Then we're gonna try making the size bigger. Then move it around to the center. I'm gonna make it in the center of the thing, the play button. Now we're gonna call it play, and then we'll call the sprite play button. Gonna click on code, and the first thing we're gonna do is when flat clicked, go to 36.0 and then show. And we're gonna do a little animation. We're gonna grab 2 if thens and then a forever loop. And then we're gonna add 2 sensing touching mouse pointer. But this one we're gonna put not touching mouse pointer. So then we're gonna do set to 100% for not touching mouse pointer, and then set to 110% for not touching mouse pointer. So now when we test it, when I touch the play button, or you touch it when you do it, it should change size and gives it a cool effect. So the next thing we want to do is to move the code down. Then we're gonna do when this sprite is clicked, we're gonna make it hide but not put it yet. We're gonna go to events, broadcast a message, and we're gonna call this message play, because you're basically clicking the play button. And then we put hide, that when you click play it hides. Then now we're gonna go to codes, and then when I receive play, but I forgot to put the code, so I'll do it later. Now we're gonna make the background for play. We're gonna set it to black. Now we're gonna go to hide customize block and then create a new sprite. This is gonna be called level 1. We're gonna make a square and then make it a bit big, but not. We're gonna reduce the size because that's a bit too big. Because this is gonna be like the level. And after that, I'm gonna change the color to yellow. and then we're gonna change the shape of it. Move it to the center a bit and change the shape of it. Reduce the size, and we're gonna change the shape of it. We're gonna move it to the left, change the shape of it, because we're gonna click on that special button, and we're gonna write level 1 to show it's level 1 for people that don't know it's level 1. Then we're gonna set it to white so it stands out in the background. Then finally we're gonna change the shape of the yellow box into like a circular horn to make it look more outstanding. So then we're gonna do the same thing. Make vertices around the corner and then delete the corner, just like this, and it'll make it look very rounded, but it's not like rounded like a circle, it's rounded just like that. Now let's go to the text button. Now we're gonna write 1. We're gonna make it bigger so it stands out. Then we're gonna put in white. Then we're gonna make it bigger. And then we're gonna make sure it's bigger and make it bigger because it's hard to see. And now you can see it. We're gonna call it level 1, and then we're gonna do when this sprite is clicked, hide, and then we'll also bring the show one. Then we're gonna cook when this sprite is clicked, and then when flag is clicked, hide also. And then when I receive a play show, we're gonna grab a when this sprite clicked block. We're gonna make a new message and call it level 1. Now when it's clicked, it's level 1. Then we're gonna put hide. So now we should test everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now we need to make it to switch. So now let's test it again. We're gonna test it again, and then we're gonna check and call it level. Then so now everything should work. And look. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for part 2. In part 2 we're gonna do. Bye guys, see you in the next vid.